Having a bit of a snack time whilst I'm waiting for this to dry. Yeah?
Have you taken my clippers up?
Yeah. Hi. I'm okay. I just had to leave for a moment because my dog was freaking out. But we're back. And I'm here. She's just excited. She gets very excited when my mum's friend comes around because she gives her treats. So, yeah, that's why. This is just going to be a whole lot of just blue layering for me today. Nothing else, just blue layers. Can't believe it's almost the end of the month already. I looked at what day it was and I was just like, sugar. I've not done my other painting yet. And it's like 2 days before the end of the month. And I'm just like, what am I meant to do? I'm just gonna move my reference picture for a minute so I can read properly. It has gone past really fast. Like, I got Employee of the Month, when was it? February. And then I've also been accepted for another job. And I'm just like, I don't know whether I want it or not. Yeah. So many people were like, oh yeah, she deserves it. Yeah, everything's just happening all at once. And at the moment, I'm really unsure about the new job because it's still within care. So essentially I'll be going from care work to social work. Now I know it is a whole different spectrum, but it is still, you know, care. But I was unsure about this job I'm in currently, and I ended up really enjoying it at first, so I think I'm just gonna have to like take the bullet, just go for it, because I'm just gonna keep on hesitating otherwise, even when I eventually do get a job that I want more, which is like an office-based job. So yeah, it's difficult. So those are the good things. Also, not a bad thing, if you want to hear the bad thing, which it might upset you a bit, because it definitely upset me. I'm fine now. I wasn't. Our cat went blind and we had to put her to sleep. My mum took her and I was at work the day after when we were like talking about it, so I couldn't get away from work. So my mum was taking the cat to the vet whilst I was at work, and then, you know, we had to put her to sleep. She was fine. She didn't have any pain, you know, but they just suspected that she might have been going into kidney failure. It's heartbreaking because I've had the cat for 20 years. She turned 20 in February. So I got Employee of the Month, my cat turned 20, and then she passed away the next month. Well, we put her to sleep. She could have lasted a few more months, but because she went blind and my mum didn't want to get to the point of her weeing everywhere and you know, making things fall over, which is what she did the day before my mum decided to take her to the vets. She was knocking things over because obviously she can't see. So she purely by accident, she knew she did something wrong because she heard the clatter. So she had a little bit of hearing left, but not much. So she was like practically deaf and blind, and she was stumbling a lot, and every single time I just looked at her, I just got more and more upset because I was just watching her, you know, slowly die essentially. And it was like so hard to watch. And I said to my mum, because it's under my mum's name, because it's technically my cat but under my mum's name. And even though when I did become of age, she could have become my cat, we decided to keep Mum as the registered like owner. So my mum was the one who had to make the decision when it was time to, you know, put the cat to sleep. We all knew it was coming. I'd been trying to prepare myself because she had been going down bank months before, and I had just been trying to spend as much time as I could with her because I knew she was going to pass at some point this year. I just didn't know when, because the way that she was, you could just kind of tell. It's just one of those things, and it is very heartbreaking to watch. She went out in a really funny way, apparently. She got the vets laughing. So she like had a last meal before she went. I gave her like a hug and everything before I went off to work. And they have to like inject the cat to put it to sleep. But yeah, it was really hard because I didn't know when the appointment was, and then my mum told me when the appointment was. So between because the appointment was at 3:30, between 3:30 and like 5 o'clock, I was just I was checking my phone all the time to wait for my. There's an ad in progress. I'll speak after the ad. long they make these ads now, blimey. There we go. Okay, we're back. It was hard to focus on work because I didn't know when the appointment was. And when I did finally find out when the appointment was, I was checking my phone from like 3:30 to 5 o'clock, waiting for my mum to text me back about how it went. Because I wanted her to keep me informed. And she told me more when I got back home, but obviously when I was at work she just kind of messaged me that she went to sleep really well, and you know, she didn't go out in pain, and she went peacefully essentially. And my mum took the dog with her as well, so that my dog would know that the cat wasn't going to come back home, so that we wouldn't have trouble with our dog when that happened, because we did when we had our other dog pass away. She didn't eat and drink properly. It was quite hard on her. So my mum took her this time and she was a lot more peaceful, really. And I had warned people who I was working with on that day that if I was checking my phone a lot, or if I looked upset at all, it was because my cat was going to the vets and it was probably going to be put to sleep. I already knew about it. Obviously that doesn't like stop the emotions from creeping up, but yeah, as soon as my mum like texted me the message, I had already like started crying, and the person who I was working with was just like, "Oh, you found out, haven't you?" And I was just like, "Yeah, she's gone." And then, yeah, they were really understanding at work. I mean, they just switched nurses, and the nurse that we had upstairs, I get along with her really well. And my co-worker mentioned it to her, and came and hugged me and saw that I was crying, and, you know, asked if I was expecting it, you know. And I was just like, yeah, I was. And 20 years, just, you know, it's a long time. So I was quite emotional the rest of the evening. I still pushed through work because that's just the type of person who I am. But I was like constantly messaging like my mum throughout the rest of the evening, asking about what they thought was wrong with her, whether it was the right thing to do to put her to sleep, or whether she could have, you know, lasted longer. Just you know, those types of stuff. So then when I eventually did get home, my mum kind of came up and talked to me about the cat and how the whole process works of her being turned into ashes, and we'll get a paw print and a nose print and a bit of fur. We don't really need the fur because there's fur literally everywhere still. Like, if I look on me, I still have a cat hair right now that's from her, and I was worried about losing the cat hair on the t-shirt that I had from the morning that I hugged her before she left. I shouldn't need to worry about it because there's literally cat hair everywhere, but you know. But yeah, I'll have a bit of cat hair, and we can turn the paw prints and the nose prints into our own personalised kind of memorabilia kind of stuff, really. I mean, luckily I wasn't at work the day after as well, because I think that would have taken its toll on me. I got to, you know, just rest for a day and not think about it. But it's so difficult to let go of a pet. I've never cried so much, not even when I went to like my nana's funeral or something, and that made me feel really bad because I was crying more over a cat than I was a person, and I had known him just as long. I was just like, what's wrong with me? But she was like a sister, essentially. She was, yeah, definitely like a sister to me. And I'm trying to think now. When my mum was telling me about when she took the cat to the bath, my cat doesn't like to sit down. Well, it hasn't gone to the vets in a very long time. My mum kind of like stopped when she turned about, I don't know, 18 or something, because at that point they were already quite old, so there's no point in having vaccinations and all this type of stuff. We'd just, you know, leave her be. And they had to like hold her up and inject the fluid to, you know, make sure. So they had this like cat food sachet, and opened it. She was so happy. She was just like licking and licking and licking that food like it was the only thing she had all day. Like she was so hungry. It's either that or she just really liked the treat. But when you like hear about it, it just makes me think if she was that lively, she could have, you know, gone on for longer, but you have to just acknowledge and know when it's time for them to go. So as she like started to fall, she was still licking the sachet, and even before, like as she was closing her eyes and just going, she was still licking the sachet. She was having it as much as possible before she went, making it was really funny apparently to all the bats. Apart from, you know, obviously the sad thing of putting her to sleep, but so it was hard. I don't know whether I would have been able to cope going with her. Yeah, I knew that we would have to take her eventually. I was just kind of hoping that she would have eked it out a bit longer, or my mum would have taken the chance for the cat to learn where everything was, because it was only just like recent blindness. And you know, that's hard for any cat. Never mind a cat that's been seen for like the past 20 years. But yeah, we let it go. At least it's on a. I'm gonna remember the date because it was March the 20th. So it's been a week now, and it's gonna take 2 weeks for us to get the ashes through the process that they're doing it in through the vets. So when I came back home, it was really strange because my mum had already taken down the cat bed and the cat food bowls and like literally everything, like the cat litter, the whole lot, and it just felt really surreal. Like, it still feels like she's here with me. She's not gone. Like, she's still downstairs, sleeping on the coffee table. So I've been through a lot of stuff the past month or two. Yeah, and then people were asking me already if I was like, you know, gonna get another cat or anything like that, and it was only like a few days afterwards that they were already asking me that question. I said yes, but I'm not gonna get one until I move out of the house, because I originally said to my boyfriend, if we move out and the cat's still alive, I won't get a cat until she passes, because I felt like it was the only right thing to do. So now that she has passed, I won't be getting another cat until I move out of the house. And then I'll be getting my own cat that's either a kitten or a similar age to the cat that my boyfriend has, which is about 2 years old. So I think it would be nice if I had a kitten again, and just, you know, but I know that there's so many cats out there that need a good home. So if we can, you know, adopt one and I like it and it's, you know, 4 years old or even 6, okay, I don't mind. I'm happy looking after cats. I'd be happy fostering cats, really. Just a cat person. But we have dogs in the family as well, so, and there's specific criteria, surprisingly, to be a foster. So Yeah, they're really picky. So if you already own a cat or if you own a dog, then that's already a problem. I think you have to live by yourself as well. Because some cats come from, like, really dark places. So initially, they want a place that doesn't have anything that'll, trigger them, essentially. So they'll give them a very basic environment, and then they'll adjust to that. And then when they're finally healed and ready to be adopted, then they can maybe start exploring with children, with dogs, with other cats. But yeah, fostering is really picky, surprisingly. So, unless you live alone and don't have any of the previous pets, you're not going to be able to foster a pet. Which is really sad, because I bet tons of people would foster animals if it wasn't such a strict guideline. I can understand it, but it is also kind of stupid at the same time. So people also ask me at work how the house is going, because I want to move out, and I've told them that I want to move out. But I said to them before, I won't be moving out of the house until I find a new job. And if I do find a new job, like I have, I want to see whether I obviously like it first and would be able to stay during that length of period. To get a house. But because of it being social work, I don't want to get stuck in care my whole entire life. I want to be able to explore, and I'm afraid that if we get a house, even if I'm in this new job, that I'm gonna struggle, especially because the best way for me to get an administration kind of role or office work based kind of role is through an apprenticeship, and an apprenticeship doesn't have as much money as a normal full-time job. And obviously if I can't provide enough money, we're going to struggle whilst we have the house. So it's a lot for me to consider. But then I have to think of it as, well, I can't just keep on waiting for another job, because this is the first one that has accepted me in about 6 months and is willing to give me training and put me on training to learn different things. So it's just like, yeah. Ow. It's difficult. Life is very difficult. I knew life was very difficult from a young age, and when you get like that, you end up being a warrior. I'm a warrior. I just have to keep on thinking it as me moving on, which is what I want. Despite me liking who I work with and the residents, because they're lovely, there is no further progression for me there, because even though they said that they would offer it to me, I haven't received any. And it's been 2 years since I've worked there for 2 years now, so you would start asking whether you want any further progress, which I have somewhat been asked, because they asked about like a month ago whether I wanted to do anything, and I mentioned mental health, which they were already going to try and get me on, and learning disabilities. But I also said if there's anything else that they want me to go on, I'm more than happy to go on. You see, also the direction of the job is more open to where we want to have a house, because of where my boyfriend works. Where I am currently is like the opposite direction, so I've tried to get a job more towards his direction, so if we did ever get a house whilst I have the new job, it'll be easier for us to kind of base it around that area. And the new job is offering training for mental health and learning disabilities, and since I've already announced that I'm interested in those kinds of things, and she's also a very training driven person, the boss who I talked to, she puts people on training whenever she can, so I will get that training. And I get paid more. I'm hoping it'll be more regular. The hours are going to be very similar, so my work patterns probably won't change that much. But they're offering me a lot more, and I don't have to worry about staffing issues, because there's only one person leaving, and I'm the one who's going to replace that role. So we're going to have full staff. I don't know about equipment, because when I was there, I only saw like a glimpse of some of the rooms, and I didn't see any like PPE or anything. That's like my main concern when I go to the new job, where because it's quite it's casual clothes. I don't want to get urine or bowels or anything like that on me, or vomit on my clothes, on my casual clothes. So I'm hoping that there's aprons and gloves at least that I can put on. Yeah, when I describe it to people, because I'm still not sure in my own brain, I ask other people, and then they say, well, from what you've said to me, it sounds like it's a much better job. You're getting paid more, you have a chance of progression, and it's a less physical job. It still is physical, but not as heavy. I'm upstairs a lot of the time in care, and that floor is incredibly heavy, and I strain myself a lot being upstairs. I do my job, but you know, it's a difficult decision to make, but I know I need to make it. So then I always ask people if they think I should take the job, because I've only told 2 people at work so far that I've been accepted for another job. And those were the people who I was working with yesterday afternoon, because they asked me about how things are going, essentially. How's the house and stuff, and one of them knows that I was trying to find another job before I found a house. So he knew that I was still trying to leave, and I was also trying to leave when he joined. So and he's just like, oh, why? It seems like a great place. But now he's on the same like wavelength as me. He understands, and I told him this. I said, just you wait. By the time you've had a few months, you'll want to leave. And he is at that point. I said, I told you this. I have to give in a 4 weeks notice to my current job, and so I also have to write a letter to obviously hand in my notice period, which I've never done one before, because this is my first ever like full-time job, and any previous job that I've had, they've had to either like cut me out because of COVID, or the place is shut down. So I've always like stayed somewhere. It's always been the actual company that lays me off, not me leaving somewhere. So it's a new territory for me. I suppose that just shows how dedicated I am to my job, which they all know I am. I mean, you can, just by me getting Employee of the Month, you can already see that I do, but it's not worth the pain and the drama, and it's just not worth it anymore. So I won't be able to move for another month regardless anyway. So if I've still got a couple of things to go through. I'll talk after the ad. Goddamn ants. I might do another coating on those gloves, and then I can do the background color. I'm not sure how I make green. We're almost there. Ads are almost over. I'm gonna forget by the time the ads are over what I was saying. Right, we're back. So, I have to give in a 4 weeks notice period for my current job. So I won't be able to leave until, I don't know, probably the end of April. It's essentially a month that I have to give because of me working there for so long. And they also have to find someone to replace me as well. And cover for my shifts, which is already hard enough for them to do. So, you know, good luck with that. So I've not written or handed in anything yet because I'm still going through some things before I can, you know, start that job. And I don't want to hand in my resignation too early. I mean, I don't mind having a couple of weeks off before I go to my new job, but I kind of just want to just jump straight into it because I don't want to lose out on any money. So I'm just going through like DBS checks and stuff at the moment with them because obviously it's care. Even though it is care, I still have to go through the same kind of stuff as I did before. So I'm gonna wait for my DBS to be confirmed, and then I've got a form to fill in, which I'll probably do after I've finished this and taken photographs and stuff of that today. And then what else do I need to do? I've got some mandatory training online that I have to do as well before I can start the work. So I might do, I might wait for the DBS and sign the documentation form that I need to, and then write my resignation letter out, and then start the mandatory training and do it that way. Also, I have brought a lot more books and a lot more other things recently. If you want to see what I've got and you're interested at all, as like a break from the painting. I have to like go get everything, but I don't mind. It's like a side content. Yeah, I don't learn as well online. I prefer like paper. I learn really well through paper. So I could just print off the online stuff and do it that way, but a lot of it's just like video content that I have to watch. But I'm dealing with medication now, so I might print off the medication one. I've already got like print copies, so whilst I'm waiting for these sections to dry, I'll show you the stuff that I can, you know, reach. So I brought myself a clip for at work because I cut all of my hair off recently, that was 12 inches of hair that I donated, so I can't put it in a ponytail anymore. Well, I can, I just don't want to, because it's like a really small ponytail. So I decided to get myself a clip, because this is the clip that I have. It does me good, but you know, I wanted something you know, special. So I got myself a Oogie Boogie from The Nightmare Before Christmas as a clip. Yeah, it's nice, and I will use this. I'll use this as my normal daily clip now instead of the other one. So I did get it for a good reason. And then I have another flask that I got, like another. You know how I've got the Nightmare Before Christmas one? Well, I have one with all of the slashes on. So you've got Jason, Halloween, Chucky. We got Chainsaw, Pennywise, Freddy Krueger, and I've not seen this movie. To be honest, I've not seen a lot of these movies. Yeah, Freddy's face is hilarious on this. I saw it and I was just like, it's suggestive, but okay. Go for it, dude. So I've seen Pennywise, because I also have the book of Pennywise. I've watched the first Freddy Krueger. I do have the rest of the films that I can watch. I've seen one version of Chainsaw Man. I've not seen Chucky. I've not seen this needle face before. I've seen a couple of Jasons. I've not seen any of the Halloween ones. So I need to get through my slashes, essentially. Because I am interested in it. That's why I have the flask in the first place. But I was kind of hoping, I wanted to have Saw on it. Because I've seen Saw. Like, I wanted the doll from Saw instead of this guy. And I was just like, yeah, that's about right. I think it's quite cool. I have seen other ones that are similar to it, but I was walking about in Liverpool a few days ago, and I saw that flask and I was just like, I'm gonna go get it. It was £15 and it came with a metal straw, so you know, pretty good. Okay. Then I got myself a pair of dungarees. These are like full dungarees, by the way. This is the pattern on them. It's like a lavender with bees. I like it. It fits me. It's quite lightweight. And then I might have to move, do a little maneuvering. So, bookshelf. So this is a new book, Nod. And I got The Exorcist. There's a new book as well. You've seen Psyduck and Lapras, haven't you? Last time, I think. Then we have the Oogie Boogie Man that lights up. Nothing new here. It's mainly my manga. So this is all the same. Here we go. So I got essentially I brought this one, and then I brought all of these. And then I also got all of these. I got this one down the bottom. Oh, I got these two as well in the corner behind Dimitri. And then down here, I've also got, this is a Kickstarter I backed. And then I got these for Christmas. And I also got this one as well recently. So most of them, I got £25 from being Employee of the Month. So I spent £25 in Waterstones. And then I spent about £54 in Forbidden Planet. And that's where most of my manga comes from. Because you can get 3 for 2. So if you buy three manga, one of them is free. So I got like 3 sets. So I had like 3, 6, 12. I had 12 manga. No, I haven't gone down to London since I was 18. And I went to the Warner Brothers Studios. It's not the easiest place to get to from where I live. It's quite expensive and I have to take the train. And I'm not the best with trains. So, yeah. That's my haul. And actually, because I've been paid, when was it? Today? Yeah, I don't like shopping online, especially for books. I like to shop in person because every single time I've ordered online for books, they've always come tattered in some form of way. So I like to see them in person because then I know that they're of good quality. I'm one of those kinds of people that looked after her books too well. So we're gonna get some new figures as well soon. I just ordered some. I ordered 2. I ordered 2 more today. One is from Persona, and then the other one is a fairy tale character that the Good Smile Company has done. And it's the March Hare, and it's a guy, really cute, love it. So as soon as I got paid this month, I said to myself, I'm gonna buy that. So I have. So that figure's coming, and it's quite a decent sized figure. It's gonna be either the same size as the show that you see on the top of the bookshelf that you just saw, or it's going to be a little bit bigger. It is a really decent size, and it can move as well because the figure is in a cage. So and the cage can move. It's just a lovely figure, honestly. I'm really happy that I have it. Or that it's on its way. And then the other one, it's not exactly the figure I want for Ryuji from Persona 5, but I did intend to get that one, and I intend to get the bigger version of him as well, because I wanted the big one initially, but I'm finding it a bit hard to find it actually, because I can get it on eBay, but I don't really trust eBay anymore after the troubles I've had with eBay. So really, but I can't afford both anyway. So I brought this one this month, and then I might buy the bigger figure of Ryuji in a different month. But I'll at least have a small one to, you know, bide my time until the bigger one comes. But I know I've just said, oh, you're trying to get a house and everything, but I also want to be able to get things that I want to get before I can't afford them. And figures are one of those types of things. Especially ones that are in the £200 mark. And the best thing is, I'm gonna get money back in a couple of days because it's my birthday soon. So, technically I bought it the right time. It's a pre-birthday gift for myself. I've been looking, I might end up having to buy another statue though, because my boyfriend keeps on looking at Hatsune no Miku. Can't fucking say her name. You know the one, the singer. He's said to me that he wants a statue of her, you know, just for the fun of it. And I was just like, alright. But then there's like so many different Hatsune Miku's statues, it's like hard to pick from. So I'm just like, which one do I get for him? The classic, or like something more extravagant that looks really cool, or you know, like which one? So I might just be like, hey, what kind of Hatsune Miku would you want if you got a Hatsune Miku? Not that he would have anywhere to put it, but he would have it. I don't have to worry about it until his birthday in like July, so I have plenty of time to like find one. And the good thing is I can ask him now and he'll forget by the time it's his birthday, because that's just the kind of person he is. So yeah. Ooh. I didn't think that the blue was that bright, but I think it's mostly just because of the light. I'm looking at the daylight right now, and I don't know whether I'm going to be able to finish this and take pictures. I might have to take pictures tomorrow. But it's the 29th today, isn't it, of March? 28th. It's the 28th today. Okay. I have another day. You can name it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take the photographs tomorrow and then upload them. Well, I can upload one on that day, couldn't I? And then upload the other one the day after. Because if I upload them both at the same time, the posts don't do as well as they should. So I have to be strategic. And then I've got to do a reel on one of them as well. So I can either do Yusuke, or I can do the Angel of Death, Eddie. Because I've already done one with Ryuji for Persona, so I'm just like, oh, I could give it to Eddie. But that's only if I find a good sound for Eddie's, because it's pretty easy just getting one for Yusuke. Because I can literally use any Persona sound that I want, and it'll be like, yeah. You know what? I think I'm done with the watercolour at this point. Because most of it's just going to be pencil. So let me just bunch them up. Got a bunch of, it's like a flower, like a bunch of flowers. But instead of a bouquet of flowers, it's paintbrushes. You know, I just looked out the window and was just like, oh, it's raining. It was raining yesterday as well, but it was also sunny, and it was also hailing. And I'm just like, why does the UK weather have to be like so weird? Because it just wants to be special. Wants to be a special little boy. Yeah, it does. Oh, that's a shame. Well, I hope your walk is as quick as it can be for you. Have fun. Hope to see you again soon. Yeah, no problem. If I didn't stream today, we'd be in a bit of a pickle, I think. Thank you. Hopefully it'll turn out good when I start applying some pencil. I have high hopes. So, and hopefully I'll see you whenever the next time I decide to stream. Whenever that may be. I'm sure we'll catch each other. Have fun. I hope you don't get a cold. Make sure you stay nice and wrapped up. Get out there. You install? You staring out at the rain still, though? Picture perfect. Done. Do a celebratory sweet. I think we've done quite well there. It was dark like 2 minutes ago and now it's gone back to light. Right. We're all finished now, guys. So I'm gonna pop off. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. And I'll see you guys another time. So stay squishy, stay fresh, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.